So, sick, homophobic, racist, even dangerous. Now that I'm out of jail, that's probably what people think of me, because I happen to be an IT, independent thinker, a sick, racist, homophobic fellow, dangerous fellow. These repetitive slogans, buzzwords, strung together, are heard on news shows, regular talk shows, movies, even comedies. Asking questions can be dangerous to your health. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, about the terrible conditions, and that's inside the penitentiary. Now I'm on the outside. You may be sent for sensitivity training, reprogramming, which I have to do now, or experience social isolation, which I am doing now, and for the last few months. Normality is losing its grounding, and we are in a state of flux. Page 48, that's 12 times 4, 48. And that's also 24 times 2. And that's 2 times, 24. It might be divisible by 3. 19. 3 times 19. Wow, I didn't know that. No, it can't be. 3 times 16 is 48. Wow. Good page, anyway. Normality is losing its grounding, and we are in a state of flux. This change is brought about by a precise science. Plato wrote 2,500 years ago of how the creative minority could, within a generation, cause a complete reversal of values, with the society being only vaguely aware of it. At UN meetings, they say that the bulk of society adopts its attitudes, opinions, behaviors, etc., by emulating those who are elevated above them. Charles Galton Darwin was less tactful when he said, "The masses learn by mimicking their betters." Read The Next Million Years by the Latter, published by Rupert Hart Davis, London, 1952. Hey, that's about the time my new favorite book, Lord of the Flies, was written. 1952. Era of peace and prosperity, where people were starting to forget all the sacrifices that were made by so many so recently. So, to bend wicker, it must first be immersed in water, and it will become pliable through absorption. Immersed in water, becomes pliable through absorption. Wicker bends into a new shape, then dried, it will retain its configuration. Ta-da. If you ask most people their opinions on religion, politics, social direction in any country, the people parrot what their talking heads tell them. In Europe, victims used to be sacrificed in the burning wicker man. she had to be a willing fool. The reader may think such a person must have been rather simple. You'll reflect on how your own convictions have been bent over the years. So anybody can be fooled. A few years ago, a group of men and women from Canada committed mass suicide in Switzerland. This is really interesting because I was just thinking about this today. A group of men and women committed suicide massively in Switzerland. They all belong to the upper professional income bracket. They had joined a fringe Masonic organization called the Solar Templars. So this reminds me of my mom, who belongs to a feminist religious organization, so-called religious, but she sometimes wishes she wasn't so rich, because then she'd have a husband that might love her. And now you see these upper income people all joining this silly Masonic fringe organization called Solar Templars. Their first innocent induction, so being rich is not anything, because being rich is just the devil's trap, like they say. Their first innocent induction had been advertised under self-improvement classes. I don't even know what that means. Their first innocent induction. Oh, okay, it's kind of like Tony Robbins. Hey, it's a self-improvement class. Come on. Innocent induction. These Canadian government finance classes were taught by a professional, you can do it type trainer